Next up we have Oksana Melnykk with Intercultural Communication, Contrasting Germany and Ukraine.
Jak się masz?
Dobra. Hi everyone. So my name is Oksana and I'm Ukrainian. Today I present the topic of intercultural communication because I believe understanding people from other cultures is crucial, especially in the USA and in California, and especially in Westbrook University, where everyone from us came from different parts of the world. I am really interested in linguistics. I speak fluently 4 languages, and I learned them because my undergraduate studies was linguistics and Germanistics, to be precise. So I like to learn languages, and during my studies I compared different languages, different cultures. I translated and interpreted. So I understand that learning languages and trying to see the world not through the lens of your country, of your culture, but also to understand how other people think, how other people, why they behave the way they do, is especially important to communicate effectively with different cultures. I wanted to show you an example. Oh. So I wanted to show you an example how little things in interpreting can be of very big importance. And during my studies, I had translating. So this is an advertisement of painkillers. So it even doesn't have any words. It's just 3 smiles, which mean I had a terrible ache, and I felt bad. And then I took a tablet, a painkiller, and wow, I feel great. I don't have pain anymore. This will mean the same for all languages in Europe. This will mean the same for USA, for India, China. But we should be especially careful with Arabic countries. They will not understand this. They will be embarrassed, and they will never buy this painkiller because they read from the right to the left. So for them, it will mean I felt good, I took a painkiller, and it made me feel awful. So we should be very careful and try to feel these little things which can mean different to other cultures. And I would like to show you it on the examples of my country, Ukraine, and of Germany, which I studied the language and culture. So you can see that on the map it's really close, these countries, to each other. It's only 750 miles, which is 2 hours by plane. But their mentality, their culture, the way they behave, people here and in Germany, their ethics is totally different. I would like to cover these distinctions based on the Edward Hall and Gerhard Hofstadter's cultural dimensions. I will just mention the most important ones. So the first one is low context and high context cultures. This means how people share information and how they rely on other than words things to convey some meaning. So I will tell about Ukraine and Russia because they are pretty much the same. They belong to the former USSR, so it's one folk. So Ukraine and Russia have high context, and Germany has low context. So for Ukraine and Russia, they use indirect communication. You should read between the lines when they speak. So for example, if we think that something is wrong, we may not say it. Or if we think that our question can destroy the relationship with people, we will not ask this question. Versus Germany, people here just speak explicit and directly, and they say exactly what they mean. So German no means no. For example, if you treat a German with some food or drink, they will accept it, or they say no if they really don't want. But in Ukraine, you are supposed to refuse a couple of times before you really accept the invitation, because Ukrainian host will invite you 3, 5, 10 times, so you just don't have chance to not to take it. So when you go to Germany, and when German host gives you something, if you say no, I'm not hungry, then you'll be hungry, because they will not tell you the second time. Also, for Germany, it's direct criticism is possible and welcome, and in Ukraine, we just avoid open criticism. Double meanings are avoided in Germany, and in Ukraine, quotes, jokes, anecdotes, and double meanings are very popular. This means that when you have some meeting with Germans, you shouldn't joke too much or laugh too loud, because they will be hesitant to trust you. They don't perceive you as a person to be trusted. The next dimension is individualism and collectivism. So Germany is absolutely individualistic country. People here value personal achievement, individual rights, private space, and in Ukraine, it's a collectivistic country. So relationships and ties are more important, and we need less private space. For example, it can be seen in the public transport or in the line, where in Ukraine people stand close to each other, and in Germany, in the lines, people stand like they have a space between each person. And I want to tell about another dimension, uncertainty avoidance. So for Germany, it's high because they like planning. They don't like to take risks, and improvisation means poor planning for them. Whereas in Ukraine and Russia, the uncertainty avoidance level is low, because we are used to some unforeseen situations, unpredicted situations, to changes, so improvisation is okay, it's usual for us. And of course, punctuality. Everyone knows that German people are very punctual. If you are late even for 2 minutes, they will perceive you as a rude. And while, for example, if Ukrainian person is late for a meeting with German, it can be just because Ukrainian person is talking to colleague and is this person doesn't want to hurt the feeling of other person saying, oh, I have to go, I don't have time. So ignoring such cultural approaches can make the workplace and communication very unpleasant. So we should learn other cultures to communicate effectively and avoid such awkward situations. Thank you for your attention.
How would you recommend that people get awareness and learn about these things prior to going to another country?
So, of course, there is internet. We always can search in Google, but also in America, we can just communicate. We have people from other cultures, so we can have friends and we can observe their behavior. We can ask them always what you feel, why you behave like this. Or maybe some courses which can tell you this.
Great. Any other questions?
Okay, thank you so much, Oksana, for your presentation. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wait, there might be a question. Oh, great work from Dr. Chuo.